More than 500 million users. Social media giant Instagram has become a very important platform to share some of the biggest stories of the year, like the tragic shooting at an Orlando nightclub, to the Summer Olympics in Brazil, and the historic presidential election. There's a Trump family watching the returns come in. Instagram has connected people all around the world.
Here at CBS This Morning, we like to use our accounts to share our broadcast and our lives with viewers. I post behind-the-scenes photos or shoots with some of my favorite musicians. Nora shares moments with her family. And Gail chronicles visits to the dentist.
There you go.
Trips to the gym.
It's attractive.
And adventures on the playground.
Yes, my children are so proud. Yeah.
Charles Porch is Instagram's head of global creative programs. Charles, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It's such a thrill to be here.
Yeah, good to see you,
So what do you
Charles.
think of Gail's account?
Gail, actually, and I'm not just saying this, Gail, it's one of my favorite accounts. Gail is living an
You are just
incredible
saying
life.
that.
No, and you're taking us along for the ride,
Right.
which is incredible. And that's, I think, really what people want to see.
Yeah, warts and all, because life isn't always so great and wonderful.
Yeah, I mean,
I love Instagram.
I think it's all about your highlights
Yeah.
and everything you have in between.
You reached 500 million users this summer. Why has that happened?
So we reached 500 million users, just like you said. It's such a thrill for us because not a lot of apps have actually reached that amount.
Yeah.
I think what's happened on Instagram is that we've really become this community that's organizing around shared interests and shared passions. People are forming these really strong ties, and it keeps propelling the community forward, and it's really helping the growth on the platform.
I actually think Instagram's a happy place. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes,
And a lot
I
of the,
agree.
yes,
Agree.
Me
and a lot of
too.
the social media platforms, some that have turned a little negative, or where people, I think Instagram seems to me sort of a happy place where people are trying to share happy memories or memories of news events. What have you found in terms of Instagram and news intersecting?
So there's been a ton happening this year. I mean, we've had everything, some really tough things like the refugee crisis, for example. And we've really seen Instagram help put a face to the refugee crisis. There is an amazing account called The Worldwide Tribe. It's one of my favorites. This woman named Jazz O'Hara. She's a fashion student from the south of the UK. She decided to figure out what was happening with refugees. She drove to a refugee camp in France on her day off with her phone and just started documenting the stories of refugees.
Wow.
And now she has 20,000 people following her, and she's going to refugee camps all over the Middle East and Europe and reporting on what the needs are right now. So really trying to do good in the world and organize the community around what's happening.
I got such a kick out of the Pope being on Instagram. How did that happen? Because I heard that you guys made a personal pitch to the Pope. What is that? And were you in that room when that happened?
So we
Were you
did make
there?
a personal pitch to the
Were you
Pope.
there, Charles?
I did get to go to the Vatican.
Wow. So what happened?
So I will give the pitch, the credit for the pitch to our founder, Kevin Systrom, who
okay.
actually made that.
What'd he say?
So really, we went to the Pope and we said, you know, we really think Instagram could be a great tool for you. And when we went in for the conversation with the folks at the Vatican, they really understood that Instagram is a new visual language. The Pope's flock, they speak all sorts of different languages. They're spread out all over the
So
world.
you can show the picture. So do you just call the Vatican and say, we want to meet the Pope? That's what I was. I'm serious, Charles.
Well, you do. So we had a couple of introductions. There is a team that runs all of the social media. They're lovely people. They're really forward-thinking, and they really helped
so
us
they
get
got
it
it.
there.
And 80% of your users now are outside of the U.S., so he can speak to the whole world through this.
Through a picture.
Exactly. So he's putting up these messages of positivity. There's photo, there's video. They are putting some captions in a few languages, but the point is it doesn't matter what language you speak because you can still understand the message that he's trying to get across to you.
I was fascinated about Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez. I liked them both. No, I liked them both, but I was surprised to hear that Selena has more followers than Taylor.
Well,
Why is that?
so Selena and Taylor are the #1 and 2 most followed people on Instagram. Selena has 103 million followers. They're both great at the platform. What I like about Selena is that she's very authentic on the platform, much like you, Gail. She really creates a two-way conversation with her fans. She's posting these photos, she's interacting in comments, and she's been a very frequent poster, which I think has really gotten her ahead
Is that
on
She has the top Instagram post, right?
She does have the top Instagram
Which was,
post
in
of the
fact, a
year.
paid promotion, was it not?
So that we stay out of what the relationships are between like celebrities and their brands.
Right.
It is an ad from Coke. It looks like she has a hashtag ad on there. What I will say is I think the focus is that she's so good at Instagram. It's not such a surprise that she would have the most
But
liked
does there
photo.
need to be more is there a way you can let people know what's an ad and what's not an ad in some of these things?
Well, for Selena, she put #ad just to let her fans know that. I mean, she has a really, open conversation with them, and she's being honest with them. And I will say, for the shot, it is a beautiful shot. It has her song lyrics on it, and people really responded really well to it.
So it's interacting. And some of the comments can get snarky, too, on Instagram, so.
Yeah, well, we have tools for that. So we really want Instagram to be a safe place. We want it to be a place where you can really, truly express yourself. And we have new comment features that can help you control what's happening in your comments.
I like it. I'm a
Thank
big
you,
fan.
Charles. Yes, huge
In the
fan.
beginning. Thank you very much,
guys.
Charles, for coming.